It is as though they rise from the soil like great rows of golden corn. These giant whitened trinities, testaments to progress, consumption, and toil. Iowa, Western Iowa, June 2020. Elvis Burger, 2020. Out. Hey, it's Gene. I'm in Western Iowa on Interstate 80 at a just a little intersection with a Jiffy store and a Super 8 motel. And behind me, I get the, can you see them? Oh, my big head's nowhere. There they are. There are like about 500,000 windmills out here in the cornfields, soybean fields, I don't know, alfalfa. I think I'm standing on the edge of you know, this is it. Miles and miles. And you see, like, this is, I guess it escaped from the field. I don't know what this is. It's like alfalfa or something. Anyways, I'm going to be heading out. Big driving day today. I'm going to be heading out to, it was a big debate in my mind the last couple of days. You know, South Dakota, Nebraska, South Dakota, Nebraska. It looks like I'm going to do South Dakota. And then hit up into just the tip of Wyoming and across Montana. But if you want to give me your opinion on that when you see this video, that'd be really helpful. Because I did want to go through like Yellowstone and all that, but I don't know. It's one, traffic could be rough. You know, people stop for buffaloes and stuff. I don't know, but I think I'm going to be doing South Dakota though. It looks like to me. But I still got a few miles to the side. Anyways, heading out to Portland, Oregon, and I posted a little. I don't know if it's a poem, a snippet, or whatever. Something came in my head driving, looking at the windmills a couple of minutes ago. So, hey, Elvis Burger 2020. I'm out of here. Big driving day. Big driving day. Headed to a lot of places. Bye. Hey, y'all. I was just up there by the field and the windmills, and this is Dave. He pulled over, and he said, "Hey, I'll take a couple photos of it if you want. I know the sun's kind of messing it up a bit." There we go. Anyway, so Dave starts telling me what route I should take. You know, I was just mentioning, should I go South Dakota, Wyoming? He just assumes I'm going through South Dakota as though that's the wise thing to do, which I'm sure it is. And he's telling me that this is a big antique capital where I'm at. John Wayne was born near here. Bridges of Madison County was filmed near here. And tell him about that. What was that thing about Dances with Wolves in South Dakota?
When you get to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and you head across Iowa or across South Dakota, you'll see big signs where they made Dances with Wolves. You can't miss it. You'll be able to get off Interstate 90 and take a look. There's the Corn Palace at Mitchell. I forgot to tell you that. That'll be the first one. And then there's Wall Drug, about 3/4 of the way across South Dakota. Wall Drug, Wall, South Dakota. As we normally say, it's illegal to drive across South Dakota unless you stop at Wall Drug. You have to stop there. And then the next place you're going to get to is Mount Rushmore. You have to go to Mount Rushmore.
Hey, what's up? It's Gene on the Elvis Burger 2020 road trip. Let's see. I'm gonna do a Facebook Live. I am like in Elk Point, South Dakota. It's just north of Sioux City, Iowa. I just sort of got into South Dakota, and I'm gonna be in South Dakota for a while. Like, I haven't even got to where I turned west yet. Like, I gotta go north to, I forget where. I'll let you know when I see the road sign here in a minute when I get back on the interstate. I guess I'm sort of along the Lewis and Clark route. There's little signs on the way, and I got off here. The sign here said, you know, Lewis and Clark Wayside Exhibit. And I figured I'd go and I mean, not that I'm into like just, you know, following Lewis and Clark forever, but I thought it'd be kind of cool just to go see what it was and maybe take a picture. But I couldn't figure out where it was. But I did drive through the town a little bit, very small town, and then holy crap! Speed limit says 80. There's a sign here that says speed limit 80. I didn't know you could do that in the U.S. That's crazy. 80-mile-an-hour speed limit. Y'all hear that in Florida? Man, we'd all kill each other down in Florida, man. 80 miles an hour. Jeez. And in Boston, well, they already do go 80 miles an hour. They're just not supposed to. I just saw a speed limit sign that says 80 miles an hour. Yep, there's another one. 80 miles an hour it is. Oh, Sioux Falls. 57 miles to Sioux Falls. And then I turn left. I go west all the way to, I don't know, man, like the northeastern tip of Wyoming. And then it kind of tucks up into Montana. Yeah, 80 miles an hour. 57 miles to where I turn to go west again. 80 miles an hour. I should be there in like, what, 6 minutes? Something like that? Sure. So here we go. I'm behind it. I'm behind a semi pulling something. He's blowing a lot of smoke, too. Speaking of smoke, speaking of nasty smells or whatever, I got to smell a slaughterhouse on the drive up here. A little north of, I guess, Sioux City, kind of once I got into South Dakota. I wonder how many COVID cases there are in that place, you know. It's pretty messed up, you know, but I guess, you know, Trump's got to have his Big Macs. But I can't really say much because I ate my share of fast food getting out here. It's just what with the COVID situation. I mean, I don't want to, I mean, just like I'm staying at rest stops. I'm, you know, I'm receiving some funds for this trip. And I'm trying to be intelligent. I'm not staying at hotels every night. I've stayed in 2. And actually, one night I bought it. One night someone purchased it for me. They said, "Hey man, you need a hotel, dude." So I, you know, got one, and I got a cheap one though. Still, I didn't, you know, I forget what it was, like $50. I guess that's about a cheap hotel nowadays, at least on the highway. Yeah, I'm driving along, and boy, I smelled it. I look over maybe a mile or 2 off the road to the left, and I saw the plant. I recognized the smell immediately. I haven't smelled it in a long time. It's when I was a kid growing up in Ocala, where I live now in my hometown. Moved there when I was about 9, and we had a little meat packing plant in town, Swift meat packing plant. I don't know what they made, but if you were around it for a couple blocks, you know, you get a good whiff, man. You know, it smells like pig guts, whatever that smell, that nasty smell. It's a nasty smell. You know, nothing against chitlins are good, cook them, but yeah, in these places, whatever they're packing in that meat, man, it stunk like shit. But this was like that times a lot more because it was, you know, off the highway a bit. And I tried being a vegetarian for a while. I did it back when I was younger, and I tried again recently. It's kind of difficult because I'm not around a lot of vegetarian people, to be honest. But I tell you what, I got a whiff of that damn slaughterhouse back there. I don't know, it's like maybe 20 miles ago. I got a whiff of that. That makes you not want to eat meat, dude. That straight up make you want to not eat. I mean, baby shit smells better than that smell. You know what I mean? Since then I was driving, I flipped on the local FM, kind of scanned the stations. A lot of Bible stations around here. Wow, I'm not going 80. I'm just going like 70. I'm having passed this semi ahead of me. He's not going 80 either. Oh, I might take it up to 80 just to say I did it. I think I'll do that. Johnny Law says I can go 80, so I'm going to go 80. Well, right now more like about 72. I'll get up there. I'll wait till I see another 80 sign just to be sure. I get real. I'm a man now. I used to speed and all that crap when I was younger. I got a couple good tickets. Now I'm like Captain Cruise Control. You know, it's like, oh, speed limit 70. All right, I'll put it on 70, 71. You know, I'll get there. I wish I'd have followed my dad's advice on that when I was younger. I probably would have saved some money on some tickets and stuff. I usually have my GPS on, not because I don't know where I'm going, but it shows the current speed limit. But out here, I'm not so worried about it. Just kind of go with the flow of traffic. So let's see if we get another 80, because I'm going about 70 now. I'm passing this truck. But he's pulling. I don't know what this thing is. It's like a giant, big, long tub or something. I don't know. Here, take a look. Yeah, it's kind of a, I don't know what that is. Did y'all see that? I was listening to the radio, and then I got on some right-wing radio, and it was, I don't know, I guess Rush is sick or something. He wasn't on, but it was some guy subbing for Rush Limbaugh, the call-ins, you know, and I try not to listen to that stuff, but I listened for a few minutes. And talk about why Black Lives Matter is, you know, ridiculous. It should be all lives matter. Well, you know the pattern. You know, it's Rush Limbaugh, right? Rushmo. And, yeah, we really do live in a divided America. I mean, just looking at the land out here, I've been driving this morning thinking, like, Washington, D.C. seems a long ways away from southeastern South Dakota. I mean, a long ways away. I know it's not. This is a heavy agricultural area in Washington. It's got its thumbprint all over it, you know, at the Department of Agriculture and whatnot. But it's just really weird driving all over the U.S. because, you know, it's like right now I'm driving here through these, you know, big, huge farm fields and I don't know, whatever, you know, just rural, you know, flyover state, red America, whatever, South Dakota. And then just, you know, you know, a couple days ago I was in Louisville and down in West Louisville, and you know, I was in Boston and then Woodstock, New York, you know, and that's not Boston, that's but it's sure not South Dakota either. You know, the typical person in Woodstock probably sees things a little differently than, say, the typical person in Elk Point, South Dakota. Although I think if they got together over a beer or a cup of coffee, they'd find they have a lot more in common than separate. I like to think that about anywhere. That maybe someone living down in Roxbury, where I was at for a little while, a week or so ago, you know, in Boston, would find that they have a hell of a lot in common with a person in Elk Point. But how people are treated is different, and that's the sad thing. I really liked Roxbury, by the way. You know, that place just has beat. It's the traffic was so congested, and the people, and I love that. It's like, you know, you hear the music being played from different cars, whatever, and it was almost like if you've ever been on a dance floor where it's really packed, and if you're watching or you're in it, you suddenly realize that while there's a whole lot of people moving kind of individually to the beat of the music, or maybe as couples or whatever, when you watch it as a whole, you see like the whole dance floor is almost like one organism moving in itself. And that's kind of how Roxbury was, at least where I was at down there, you know, in the heart of Roxbury. They were just kind of moving in this flow. I really liked it. Got to see a guy get hit though on a moped. I'm telling you, man, traffic there's rough. He's riding this Vespa, and man, this woman come out. I was right in front of where I was parked. I hear bam, and I look over to see it, and this woman just darted through the intersection with her car, probably hit him at, I don't know, 15, 20 miles an hour. I don't know. Not hit him on his ass, man. He's just laying there. And I said to him, "You okay, man?" And I'm gonna quote you, man. Well, I don't know. There might be kids watching, but yeah, it was Roxbury. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Yeah, man. I'll just tell you, man. He said, fuck, I'm okay." You know, I got out of his way, man. He's moving his Vespa off the side of the road there, and me and a couple of the other guys, you know, we're picking up like pieces of plastic that got knocked off the bike, you know, the headlight, God knows what. Woman gets out of her car, like car's parked right in the middle of the intersection, right? Stops everybody. She gets out of the car, she walks over, "Oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm going back to my car, but it's like nobody calls the cops, you know. I don't know if they probably, I'm guessing like, you know, $100 trading hands or $50 or something. It's like a little interior economy there, you know. Why call the police when you can take care of it yourself? What's the point? You know, he was okay, he was walking, but his bike was probably kind of screwed up. It was nuts, man. You know, don't drive in Boston. That was the safest thing I actually saw the whole time I was driving there. You know, was the guy getting hit on the Vespa because he lived. And he walked away. But I'll tell you, it was rough. But out here, now it's what, 80 miles an hour. I just got past, so by pickup, so I guess it's 80 miles an hour. I'm going to bump it up to 75. Big risks. I guess it is 80. Let's go to 80 then. right, here we are. This is America, people. 80 miles an hour on the interstate, South Dakota. It's flat. There's a sign that says wall, drug, or bust. I don't know if you saw my video with Dave. I stopped off at this spot, you know, this exit, and I was taking some pictures of some of the, you know, big windmills, you know, that generate energy. There, and I'm coming down it, you know, and I was like, hey, you know, you want to get a couple pictures of you? And I was going to do it, but we got to talk. I didn't want to get in a car and all that, so we didn't do that. But we talked a few minutes. But he was telling me about wall drugs. I guess it's some place people go up here. They have a billboard. But he said I got to go check that out, so I will. I guess it's along the way. There was that. There was some corn emporium or something. And then he mentioned Mount Rushmore. And I don't know if I'm gonna get to Mount Rushmore. I've really got to get some miles down. I'm not lagging, but I don't want to be like in a rush on the way home. There's some places I want to go. I don't have an itinerary, but I sort of started, in a way, dreaming this trip a long time ago. And there's a certain, like I went to Albia, Iowa, where my great-grandfather settled when he came to the United States last night. I've been wanting to go there for almost 20 years. I thought of a thing today I'd like to do, maybe in Colorado. I think it's going to be in Colorado. It's something that entered my mind, something I'd like to do. I'll tell you about it later. You know, go down to, after Portland, I want to go to Eugene, Oregon, Track City, USA. Steve Prefontaine, kind of one of my heroes from when I ran when I was younger. I wasn't on the team, but I did my own running, and I could run a sub 5 mile. I wasn't too bad. But I want to go there. I want to go for a jog in Eugene, Oregon. It's like the running capital of the United States. You know, along, I guess Boston would be the running city, but Eugene, Oregon, home of the University of Oregon, big deal for track. I'd like to do a little run there, just be there for a couple hours. And this is Chamberlain, South Dakota, where I'm at on the Elvis Burger 2020 road trip tour out to Portland, Oregon. And I'm going to show you a big statue here. The thing about Chamberlain, it's right on the Missouri River. And this is where, actually, Chamberlain here was where Lewis and Clark expedition, Core Discovery, they actually stopped here for a while. They had to chill. They had been pushing a little hard, and this is where they're at. I'm going to show you something. If I can get my angle right. Back there. No, that is not Sacagawea. However, this is a huge, and you can see some people can get the idea. It's a huge statue. It was built a few years ago, and it is entitled Dignity. And it is representative of the Lakota people and of the women in particular. I read there's a little plaque over here I was looking at, and apparently there were a Lakota woman was behind the raising of funds and whatnot for this piece of art, and there were 3 different women that were, I guess, models for it, models, template, whatever, you know. And but yeah, you know, it's that's a really cool statue, and we're going to take a look over because I want to show you something when we get up by it. You know, this is Montana's what they call big sky country, right? I think it's like their motto, or their, you know, something on their license plate or something. This is just South Dakota, but you get a feel for what I'm talking about. Let me get in the shade here a little bit. You see a long ways out there. Of course, there's a truck going by. That doesn't even, I don't think that really begins to express the span of the horizon and the clouds. You can see the clouds, like, it must be like 50 miles, 100 miles away. It's absolutely incredible. And so I'm gonna cut this video short, and I'm going to be well, let's see if I can do this. I'll do it from here. You can see the the statue. Dignity. Dignity. And all that vast expanse of land behind it. Dignity. Dignity. I think maybe this is a little more of what we need in this country. Maybe we need a, you know, they're tearing down or removing the Confederate monuments. Thank you, Lord. Maybe we need a few more monuments like this. Lakota women and dignity. Set out here in the sky, in the earth, in the water. It's not actually, if you look on the plaque, if you look on the information sign, Sacagawea is not even mentioned in it, which is, you know, this is a place where the Corps of Discovery actually did rest up for a while. Of course, Sacagawea was the woman who guided them, but she was not actually Lakotan, I don't believe. I think she was Crow, but I'm not sure. I need to look that up. But this is generally, like I say, this is called dignity. And it's, I think it represents, I think in a huge sense it can represent humanity as a whole, but more specifically women and the feminine energy, and more specifically yet, indigenous, or as I say in Spanish, this abuela power. I think the world would be a better place if the abuelas and indigenous women elders ran things more. I think we, when white folks came to the New World, I think we should have shut up and learned rather than conquest and take over. And over here, I'm gonna pan. See, there's a big one. But this is, as I say, this is South Dakota. You can see a ways here. That's the Missouri River. That Lewis and Clark, you know, went up and this, those clouds in the distance are like, I don't know, man. I have no idea where they're a long ways away. They're just a long ways away. And I just wanted to get another shot of this. And now I'm gonna make a third video. I'll do a little drumming here, I think. Upset the tourists, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, Elvis Burger 2020. This is Gene at the Missouri River in South Dakota at Chamberlain. Also was known as Camp Pleasant by the folks in the Corps of Discovery at Lewis and Clark. Over and out. See ya. Bye. Hey, it's Gene again. I'm still at the kind of Lewis and Clark. It's actually a rest area on the side of the highway here in Chamberlain, South Dakota. What you see in where I'm at now, I showed you the statue. It's off back behind me there. You see it, I guess, you know, about 120 yards distant. I want to get away from the tourists. And honestly, I said, well, you know, personally, I think it's kind of cool to be at a site with this statue representing indigenous women and their wisdom and their ways. And here I am, a white guy, and yeah, I got like somewhere over here. I got some drums. Well, you'll see them in a sec because I'm gonna drum. But I don't know. I didn't feel right about drumming right there by the statue. I don't know. I didn't feel like that was the thing to do. But I think over here, maybe a little ways away, I feel a little better about it. And I got my shirt off because it's nice and warm out here. I got my COVID-10. Boy, they're gonna kill me at the gym when I get back. They're gonna kill me. But you know, I'm gonna just do it. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna do any song. I'm just gonna freestyle drum for a while, and just kind of enjoy this beautiful weather and this beautiful skyline. I guess the skyline, is that like buildings or skylines? I guess, huh? We're gonna drum a little. Yeah, this works. That's a pretty good angle, eh? Yeah, I'm gonna take my shoes off. And this is, again, Chamberlain, South Dakota. This is what's called Camp Pleasant. by the members of the Core Discovery, the Lewis and Clark Expedition. I'm overlooking the Missouri River and a whole lot of land out to the west here. And as Lewis and Clark went out in their Core Discovery, I'm kind of on a personal Core Discovery and going out to Portland to see my buddy. So here's just a little drumming. Haven't had the drums out in a day or two. Oh, I got a cramp in my foot because I'm old. Warm up. I got a cramp in my foot and it's making it kind of weird for me to straddle my drums. Maybe I can fix it by taking my hair down. There's a nice breeze out here and I got to play with my hair down. I think. I really do. Let's see if that fixes my foot. Does it fix my foot? Yeah, kind of. Well, we'll make it work. Just nice just to drum out here. This is like beautiful weather. It's hot, but it's South Dakota, so it's not, you know, like Georgia or Florida. And the humidity's nice and low, and it's kind of big sky country. So let's play a little more. I'm just gonna have to sing. All four elements present here: water, the Missouri River, this beautiful sunshiny air, the sun in the sky, and this beautiful fertile earth, and the Statue of Dignity representing indigenous women, specifically Lakota here in South Carolina. Why did I say South Carolina? South Dakota. I don't know where I'm at. But again, maybe quote-unquote civilized society could stand to learn something from indigenous wisdom, whether that wisdom be here, North American, Lakota, or Navajo, or Cherokee, or whoever indigenous wisdom
or in Latin America, in South America, the indigenous wisdom of the Shipibo or the Yanomami, or likewise in Africa or other Aboriginal peoples in Australia and in other places in the world. We have so much to learn. Rather than an economy of consumption, perhaps we could have an economy of sustainability. Perhaps we could have an economy of wisdom rather than rapaciousness. And perhaps we can learn from our elders who have gone before us and who we so flippantly, I say we as white colonists here to this continent and elsewhere in the world, that we so flippantly and blatantly attempted to utterly destroy and eradicate. And America likes to throw the terms ethnic cleansing and genocide and stuff around, sometimes related to other things that are worthy of it. I mean, Pol Pot, Khmer Rouge in Cambodia, or of course Hitler in Germany. But what happened with Native Americans and the indigenous peoples of North America, and likewise South America, definitely those words do apply. So a little drumming, and I'm out of here, and I'm headed west. Hey, it's Gene, Elvis Burger 2020. Hey, listen, see this? I'm doing a 360 here. This is a scenic overlook. Quite a scene, huh? This is, I'll orient you here in a sec. I'll just try and find a tree out there. Look, those little things way out there. Those are actually trees. The little spots way out there. There's Snoopy. Snoopy's rocking it. Look at that. I'll tell you where I'm at. If you look way out there and past the grassland, you'll see the Badlands. I'm out near Badlands National Park. If I go west, it's about like another 20 miles. I think the turnoff for the park entrance. But I want to mention the name of it, Badlands. You get a better view. You can actually see some of it up close by the highway. I just passed some. But adjoining, next to Badlands National Park, is the Oglala Sioux Reservation, Lakota Sioux. Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, Wounded Knee. I would love to go there, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not. One, I'd like to go to the site of the Wounded Knee Massacre. It's way down on the reservation, almost by the Nebraska border, and it's just, I'm just low on funds a little bit, enough that I'm a little, I just can't zigzag everywhere. But along with that, I don't know, man. I just, of course, with COVID, you know, it's hitting the reservations hard. And if you've been keeping up with the news out of South Dakota, the folks at Oglala and Rosebud are not keen about outsiders being there and bringing it in. But more than that, there's another reason. Trying to decide how to put this. I feel kind of responsible for Wounded Knee. I wasn't there, obviously. It happened in 1890. But it was somebody who looked like me. It was some guy, you know, some white guy who was in the cavalry. If you don't know the story of the Wounded Knee Massacre, I invite you to get the book Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee by D. Wallace. And if all you read is the chapter about Wounded Knee, I think it's the last chapter in the book, or next to last. It was terrible. And not far down the road from here is a monument or museum, whatever, to the Minuteman missiles, nuclear missiles. You know, they got silos out here in Kansas and Montana, and it strikes me that here we are in this bare bones beauty, I guess is the way to put it. And we have the Native Americans who have lived here for generations on a reservation tucked in next to a place called Badlands, which kind of maybe gives you an idea what it could be like. And then we have a monument and a museum to nuclear missiles out here. I don't know. You know, I was thinking about going to Mount Rushmore. I'm probably not doing that either. I'm pretty happy, I think, with being there with the Statue of Dignity with the Lakota woman that I was at some miles back, a couple hours ago. But this is it. And if you look way out in the distance there, you'll see the Badlands. Let me see this. Does this video zoom in? Oh, it does. It does. You can kind of see it out there. It's really still not a great view, but you get the idea. It's about as big as it gets. Maybe we'll get a better view down the road, but this is it. Now, like I say, out this way is Badlands National Park and the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation, Oglala Sioux. That is the tribe that was spoken of in Dances with Wolves, which was filmed out around here. If the moon had green, this could be it, huh? There's just not much out here. But it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's amazing. You can see so far. Well, hey, I'm gonna get back in the van and hey, what's up? And it is Elvis Burger 2020. The road trip continues. I'm going that way. West. That's west. Later on. Bye. Hey, it's Gene, Facebook Live. Hey, guess where I'm at? I'm at the, I went ahead and got off the road. I'm at the entrance to Badlands National Park. I'm going to see how much it is. If I can get some camping or something. But, yeah, you can get a good view here. You can see the off there. I'm going to show you something here, though. There we go. You see the idea. I'm here right around sunset, so it's supposed to be at sunset. It's like the Grand Canyon. Sunset, the rays, they hit the rocks and they get like some really cool colors and stuff like that. So we'll see. Maybe I will go in here. Anyways, there we are, Badlands National Park. Elvis Burger 2020. Let's go see how much it costs, huh? Yeah. Elvis Burger 2020. Gene here. What's up? Hey, Mitch. I'm at Badlands National Park. Does that make me a bad man? This is the entrance here. I'm gonna go up. Let's go up here and see. Let's see how much it is. You know, find out. So, anyways, I'm out of here. Let's see. Let's go see how much it costs to get in the park. See if there's some camping or something, or maybe not. Maybe I won't go. I don't know. We'll figure it out later on. Elvis Burger 2020. Bye. Hey, it's Gene. I'm here in Wall, South Dakota, another place you can get to Badlands. This little road here thing to the right is kind of like a bike trail. And boy, my it goes out here. Let's get him a zoom in. There you go. That's what the Badlands look like. You know, hike down in there a little bit. If I can ride down in there. That road goes down there. Hey, let's shut off the car for a minute and see. Hear that cool jazz? Yeah, man. Chilling. Chilling in Snoopy. Just walk down here just a little bit. We'll just see. Actually, I gotta put a little air in my tires. I'm gonna be doing some riding later on. So, you know, I'll get my share of it. I don't know. I think like an old frontage road. Kind of like to hang out, and you see the sunsets. There's gonna be a lot of really cool colors come off those rocks over there. I don't know, man, I really would love to spend some time here, but I gotta get out to Portland. I don't want to spend so much time going out that I have to rush coming back. Because I got a couple places I want to go. Well, I feel like I got on those like goggles that Luke Skywalker had. I'm looking for like Tuscan sand raiders out here or something, you know? Anyways, I guess we'll skip this road. But I will be doing some riding later on, guaranteed. Elvis Burger 2020, Gene, out.
Violence and riots broke out across the country.
It's
Many,
Gene
including Theodore Roosevelt, felt the United States was on the brink of another
2020
civil war.
tour, and
Roosevelt
you probably wonder what
felt
this
it was
is.
his
Well, here I'll show
moral
you.
obligation to help this country avoid such a conflict. In 1903, he put it quite simply when he said, "All I want is a square deal for every man." As governor of New York, Roosevelt abolished child labor, limited hours for women workers, reformed the state civil service system, increased teacher salaries, created new parks and new state forest preserves, even abolished racial segregation in public state schools. As president, he took on the robber barons and broke many of their trusts. He lobbied Congress for labor reform. His foreign policy
It's getting kind of dark, so you can't really see the flag display there, but I'm at Mount Rushmore. It's actually open until 11 p.m. and parking was actually free now instead of $10, so I came. And they've got some spiel going on.
Many historians today call him our first modern
I know you can't really see much here. I'm just going to come around.
Roosevelt wrote in 1913, "I acted for the public, for the common well-being of all our people, whenever and whatever manner was necessary, unless prevented by the Constitution." Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, Roosevelt. They were there when their country needed them most. So in conclusion, as President Kennedy said, and so my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as you are able and join in singing America's national anthem.
Well, I got here to get time, huh? Yeah. Getting pretty dark, kind of hard. I need to have some light here. You might have noticed when the music started, there was a little change in the camera angle. That was me taking a knee in the middle of, oh, I don't know, a few hundred people. I'm kind of surprised somebody didn't say something. That's okay, I'd had something to say to them. And I'm walking down this way. I know this really is a bad video because it's so dark. Probably there's some way I could fix this that I am not aware of, but I'm coming back to get to my poetry book. And I had planned on coming here and reading I Am Waiting by Lawrence Ferlinghetti. But at this moment, I think if I did that, I would probably be stoned to death. I'm actually amazed when I took a knee. I think people were so shocked that nobody said anything. But yeah, probably reading some Ferlinghetti. You know,
For most of these men
probably
and
wouldn't
women,
go great.
this is the only public
So anyways,
recognition they will ever receive for their willingness to serve.
Anyways, I'm out of here.
Let's show them how we feel about them with a round of heartfelt
There are
applause.
applauding veterans. I guess that's me. I'm a vet.
Thank you for your
Being
interest.
applauded. Some kind of award ceremony here.
That concludes the ceremony. Good evening.
Wow, I picked a heck of a time to come to Mount Rushmore. But anyways, that's Mount Rushmore. Not quite sure what to say, except that right here under it, well, you can't really see it. So I get it. It doesn't show, but it says it's under construction. There's a construction area. Keep out. It says here. I don't know. You probably can't see it. There's really no way I can fix this light. Is what is there? What does this do? That didn't do anything. Maybe you can see it says. So I don't know. You know, maybe it's like, is America under construction or destruction or? I don't know. But I know that here's Mount Rushmore, and took a knee for the national anthem, and nobody said anything. I was shocked. I was actually shocked. I thought some guy would probably run up and grab me, and then I'd have to say, "Hey, I'm a vet. Don't make me choke you." And then they applauded vets right after I did it, so I guess I got applauded. I don't know. I find this whole thing a bit confusing. I venerate the founding fathers, and I love my country. However, well, we could do a whole lot better, people. We could do a whole lot better. So why don't we just start doing that? This is Gene Anderson. Elvis Burger 2020 road trip at Mount Rushmore, and I'm gonna turn this off now and walk around a little bit, and I will see you around. Hey, this is Gene at Mount Rushmore, Elvis Burger 2020 road trip. Looks like I finally got the patio to myself, and so here we have George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln, 4 presidents, carved into stone into actually a group of rocks that were, I believe, called the Grandfathers. They were, it's a holy mountain to the Sioux Indians. I want to read a poem by Lawrence Ferlinghetti as we look at these 4 presidents and think of the United States of America. It was written in the 1950s. It's entitled, I Am Waiting. I am waiting for my case to come up, and I am waiting for a rebirth of wonder, and I am waiting for someone to really discover America and wail, and I am waiting for the discovery of a new symbolic Western frontier, and I am waiting for the American eagle to really spread its wings and straighten up and fly right, and I am waiting for the age of anxiety to drop dead, And I am waiting for the war to be fought, which will make the world safe for anarchy. And I am waiting for the final withering away of all governments. And I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the second coming, and I am waiting for a religious revival to sweep through the state of Arizona, and I am waiting for the grapes of wrath to be stored, and I am waiting for them to prove that God is really American, and I am seriously waiting for Billy Graham and Elvis Presley to exchange roles seriously, and I am waiting to see God on television, piped onto church altars, if only they can find the right channel to tune in on. And I am waiting for the Last Supper to be served again with a strange new appetizer. And I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for my number to be called, and I am waiting for the living end, and I am waiting for Dad to come home, his pockets full of irradiated silver dollars. And I am waiting for the atomic tests to end, and I am waiting happily for things to get much worse before they improve. And I am waiting for the Salvation Army to take over, and I am waiting for the human crowd to wander off a cliff somewhere, clutching its atomic umbrella. And I am waiting for Ike to act, and I am waiting for the meek to be blessed and inherit the earth without taxes. And I am waiting for forests and animals to reclaim the earth as theirs. And I am waiting for a way to be devised to destroy all nationalisms without killing anybody. And I am waiting for linnets and planets to fall like rain. And I am waiting for lovers and weepers to lie down together again in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the great divide to be crossed. And I'm anxiously awaiting for the secret of eternal life to be discovered by an obscure general practitioner and save me forever from certain death. And I am waiting for life to begin, and I am waiting for the storms of life to be over, and I am waiting to set sail for happiness. And I am waiting for a reconstructed Mayflower to reach America with its picture story and TV rights sold in advance to the natives. And I am waiting for the lost music to sound again in the lost continent in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for the day that maketh all things clear, and I am waiting for Old Man River to just stop rolling along past the country club. And I am waiting for the deepest South to just stop reconstructing itself in its own image. And I am waiting for a sweet, desegregated chariot to swing low and carry me back to Old Virginia. And I am waiting for Old Virginia to discover just why darkies are born. And I am waiting for God to look out from Lookout Mountain and see the ode to the Confederate dead as a real farce. And I am awaiting retribution for what America did to Tom Sawyer. And I am perpetually awaiting a rebirth of wonder. I am waiting for Tom Swift to grow up, and I am waiting for the American boy to take off Beauty's clothes and get on top of her, and I am waiting for Alice in Wonderland to retransmit to me her total dream of innocence, and I am waiting for Child Roland to come to the final darkest tower, and I am waiting for Aphrodite to grow live arms at a final disarmament conference in a new rebirth of wonder. I am waiting to get some intimations of immortality by recollecting my early childhood, and I am waiting for the green mornings to come again, youth's dumb green fields come back again, and I am waiting for some strains of unpremeditated art to shake my typewriter, and I am waiting to write the great indelible poem, and I am waiting for the last long careless rapture, and I am perpetually awaiting for the fleeing lovers on the Grecian urn to catch each other up at last and embrace. And I am awaiting perpetually and forever a renaissance of wonder. I Am Waiting by Lawrence Ferlinghetti. And, I'm going to add this one in because it's on the next page in my poetry book. Another passage of writing that makes me think of the United States. This is the last paragraph in On the Road by Jack Kerouac. So in America, when the sun goes down and I sit on the old broken down river pier watching the long, long skies over New Jersey and sense all that raw land that rolls in one unbelievable huge bulge over to the west coast, and all that road going, all the people dreaming in the immensity of it. And in Iowa, I know by now the children must be crying in the land where they let the children cry. And tonight the stars will be out. And don't you know that God is Pooh Bear? The evening star must be drooping and shedding her sparkler dims on the prairie, which is just before the coming of complete night, that blesses the earth, darkens all rivers, cups the peaks and folds the final shore in, and nobody knows what's going to happen to anybody besides the forlorn rags of growing old. I think of Dean Moriarty. I even think of old Dean Moriarty, the father we never found. I think of Dean Moriarty. Jack Kerouac. Well, hey, you four guys. What would you say about America today? Would you like it? Would you not like it? Would you want to start over? What would you say? You aren't going to say nothing because you're carved in stone. So I'll leave you here. Mount Rushmore, Washington, Jefferson, Teddy Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, while I perpetually await a rebirth of wonder. Elvis Burger 2020, Gene out.